Hi everyone, this video is going to be about how I use my 3D printer to print a repair part for my ZWC. So basically the pots on the right hand side handle are not engaged well enough. So I have a little bearing that takes up some slot with accessories handle, and then I also have a pot bracket that I make with my 3D Ender 3D printer. One of the things that was lacking in my videos is I don't have enough light, so I got an Oligo key light off of Amazon, and I have it shining down on my 3D printer for this video. Probably can see the 3D print happening right now. So here's the gimbal I got for my cell phone. You attach your phone to the top piece with a clamp that has a magnet on it, and then you have a power indicator and an on and off button. Over here is a focus button, which you can use to focus and zoom in. And then down below you have a joystick that pans up and down and left and right. I'm taking this video with the DJI gimbal that I bought. It's the version 6. And basically what it does is it allows your cell phone to be smooth as you walk around things. Just getting used to it. You can use it to kind of pan up and down, left to right. It's pretty neat. You'll notice it's just a U-shaped piece that goes under one of the brackets to take up slot for the accessory handle, which on mine was very loose. In a part for the ZWC, that's the one with the two controllers and the bricks. It normally has a problem with the right handle, and the issue is that the gears don't engage much, and they end up skipping. So this part here that I have made is for take up some gap in the accessory bracket. So you put that underneath the clamp. And then the next part I'm going to make is the actual pot bracket that puts the pots closer to the gears of the handles so they don't skip. So the next one I'm going to do is my ZW pot bracket. And just to show you how a typical 3D print's done, go ahead and we choose the print file. Oops. And we start it. And so basically this is a 3D printer with a heated bed. So it heats the bed up first, and you notice that it's heating the bed up. The bed's going up the temperature. You can see 54, etc. That normally takes the longest time. And then the one on the left that's at 97, that's the nozzle. It gets up to about 200 to actually melt the plastic to be 3D printed. So on this heated bed, basically it's plastic, and I use this little spatula to remove the part, or I can normally just pick it off. Some other 3D printers have glass beds and other ways of doing it. This has been relatively successful for me, so I haven't had a reason to change it. Although I haven't made a lot of parts on my 3D printer, these parts that I sell for the ZW have been some of my latest ones. I've made things for my train set, like lanterns for the switches and stuff. And you'll notice that now it's starting. What it'll do is it'll go down to the Z and bring the nozzle down. And then on the side, it's going to do basically a test to put out some plastic, make sure it works. And then it's going to go over and do what's called an outline they call it a skid typically. What's important about the outline is you want to make sure that you got good adhesion. And what the outline does is it outlines the part, and you can see that it's got pretty good adhesion on this side. And then if I look on this other side, you can see it's a little light. So in this case, I'm going to have to adjust my printer and make that right. I rehome everything. And then I disable the steppers, which allows me to move everything around. I don't want to move the Z, I just want to move this XY mechanism, like here. And what I do, look at my piece of paper. So I can move the paper freely. There's no, and then I adjust it until I feel friction on the paper. Probably can hear that. And then I go to this side and do the same thing. Paper's free. Keep on moving it until I feel some friction. Go to the back corner, do the same thing. Go over here. And that one's really, you can hear that scratching before I even get to the part. And that's something I get to the feel too. And so you can tell if it's done right. If you run your print again, it should all be laying down nice and even now. You can see it's putting a good bead of plastic there. And then when it does the raft, the outline, it should be putting plastic down well. And you can see it started putting plastic down there pretty good. And see, that's a nice even layer. So this outside isn't used in the part, but it's quite a distance from the part. I would say maybe a half an inch. So it definitely, if it works well in this area, the print will work out. Sometimes when it's printing, I'll just pull this part off. It's easier to get off when it first starts. And so basically 3D printing, you put down a nice good layer, and it's a solid layer for several thicknesses, and then it'll end up filling in a honeycomb pattern. Okay, in this video, I'm going to show you how I corrected a video mistake. So if I play the video. Hey everyone, this video is going to be about how I use my 3D printer to print a repair part for the ZWL. So the ZWL is incorrect, and I have the correct track that I re-recorded here. So I'm going to cut out this piece and place the other track in its place. First, I'm going to unlink the clips so I can cut the audio separately. I'm going to take the little razor blade and I cut the track there and there. Turn on the select back on, move my track head. I'm going to just move this away for now, and I'm going to put this one in its place. So now you'll notice that it is correct. To print a repair part for my ZWC. So basically the pot, and that's it. If you're interested in getting the part for your ZWC, you can get it at jimmytrains.com. I have a web store there that you can purchase the part. Also, if you really like the videos that I'm doing, please subscribe and click the bell for notifications when I do new ones. And finally, please like these videos and share them with others.